Quake Lake. This is a tragic story that really needs to be told. So in 1959, on August 17th, close to midnight on a really clear full moon night, an earthquake struck the Hebgen Lake area. The epicenter was right underneath the lake. It resulted in the death of 28 campers. This is the peak of travel season in Yellowstone. This isn't too far away from West Yellowstone. As they described the earthquake at the Quake Lake Visitor Center, it really amazed me about all the factors that fed into this being a tragedy and pretty terrifying for the people that experienced it. So the first thing to think about is the earthquake begins. It was a 7.2 magnitude. And so of course the earth shook very hard. It was felt in 8 states. This was that big of an earthquake. And when it happened, a great big piece of the land, of the canyon, fell off. The rocks tumbled down and went halfway up the other side of the canyon, and it created a dam blocking the Madison River. And it immediately started forming a second lake. There's already Hebgen Lake further upstream. And when all this rumbling happened, it caused so much shaking that the dam, actually the water in the dam overflowed. So people thought that the dam had collapsed. Fortunately, it didn't, but it scared the people that were down here. When the landslide happened, it was so loud, it was deafening. It hurt people's ears so much, and it created 100-mile-an-hour winds that it was snapping the pine trees like toothpicks. They said that the air smelled like pine. Roads were collapsing everywhere. There's a really tragic story of a family where the parents were in one tent and the children were in another, and a big boulder fell down and landed right on the parents' tent and killed them. But it was really quite a harrowing event, and the rescue of the people that were down here, it took several groups and agencies to rescue them, but they worked together to get them, including the smoke jumpers came and helped. And so now we've got the Quake Lake Visitor Center that we can come visit, and it's kind of on your way into Yellowstone. It's free of charge. It's a pretty small little visitor center, but one of the things that makes this visitor center special is they have a great 20-minute video describing the events of the Hebgen earthquake, and there's panels of glass around the video where you can look out into the canyon and you can see the bare side of the canyon where the rock slide occurred. You can actually see that, and then you're looking into the Quake Lake, which is really quite a creepy thing to look at because there's trees poking out of it that are 65 years old that are still there. I remember the first time I saw Quake Lake, I didn't know what it was. I just thought, this is eerie. Why are all these trees in this lake? But it's because of this earthquake. So at the visitor center, you can watch that video. They have a nice junior ranger program, a few little exhibits. And then across the street, you can go on a little hike to Monument Boulder. And it's one of the boulders that fell from one side of the canyon to the other. And there's the names of the 28 people that perished during the 1959 earthquake.